2021 for me was a lot of fun, but also a lot of work. We had some simple series like the Save System series that was at the start of the year, or the 2D tank game that was meant more for the beginners, but also I have tackled the Minecraft or Voxel World tutorial, and the last series was the turn-based 2D game in Unity. In the meantime, I have also released a 2D platformer video course where I show how to use design patterns to make your code more maintainable. Thanks to your support, Sunny Valley Studio has reached 7,000 subscribers just the other day, so thank you very much all of you that are supporting the channel. Also, thanks a lot to all the patrons for your support. I get an extra $100 per each month, so I can focus more on making those free video series on YouTube. At the end of 2021, I have asked you what you want to learn in terms of Unity and game dev, and I have received a lot of responses, and most of you want to have the longer video series, more than 2 videos, and honestly, I do hate skipping on explanations just for the sake of making the video shorter. Also, there are a lot of suggestions for topics, and most of you have suggested that you enjoy coding and want to learn more about this, so I will want to focus my videos on the topic of writing clean maintainable code. So while I want to still keep on making small game projects, most of the topics will be around the C# language, showing you how to improve your skills while making those games. As for the topics, most of you suggested more code quality or code architecture for bigger projects videos. Some of you wanted me to tackle multiplayer, talk more about Unity specific features, about basics of C# and different features of the language, as well as to expand a bit on the 3D hex movement tutorial. First, I plan a series about writing maintainable code by showing you an example of a game that works and is in a prototypical state. Next, I want to take a look at the code of those prototypes and explain to you why the approach taken here works but will not scale well, and how to refactor those solutions to make the game more scalable, because mostly those mistakes are very common between different projects. Generally, I will also want to focus on adding more procedural generation algorithms into my videos, like wave function collapse that I'm working currently on. Unity topics, I want to tackle the UI, how to create different types of UI systems, and how to use physics system or other topics Unity related. Some game dev topics like AI or creating systems like inventory system, so what I have explored so far on the channel. I also want to expand my knowledge about visuals, so I will tackle shaders and particle system in my tutorials, or focus on those in general, and of course C#, so I will want to explain more basic stuff like why to use static keyword, or generally the topics that you would skip when learning the basics of C#, but then again those are usually used, like for example what is the difference between class and struct and when to use them, since for example structs are very overlooked type in C#. Now again, most of those I will want to tackle in terms of a short game tutorial, so not as a standalone part like the AI, but rather to create some sort of a small game project around this topic, so this is much more digestible for you guys to learn about. Now, problem with making small projects is that we cannot be sure if our code will scale well, because after all, programming and game development is an iterative process, so it is not question if, but when you will want to add a new cool feature into your game. That is why I will keep creating a longer paid video courses like this farm game prototype that will show you how to use scriptable object-based architecture to create, for example, a command pattern, and how to have those reusable as the actions for your agent, and how to reuse those for different characters in your game, or overall how to have this like a drag and drop kind of feature in your game. Again, I know that not everyone can afford those paid courses, so I will extract specific systems from those bigger projects to explain them in a tutorial series on YouTube. I also want to start some sort of a weekly stream focused on answering the questions that you might have, or creating something together so that you can ask questions in the meantime, but this is just an idea and we are going to talk about it later. I am also involved in an indie game project, so hopefully I can add some devlogs in between those tutorials, but again, this is something that I'm going to mention later on in 2022. Okay, so that's my plan for 2022. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video. Take care!